All right, so Ocasio-Cortez, she gets caught riding around in gas-guzzling cars and taking flights and all this other stuff, right? It's good coffee, strong. She gets caught doing this, all while talking about the Green New Deal, which I find kind of comical, because her tweet to cover this, she says she's just living in the world. She's just living in the world. See, here's the thing: everyone's living in the world, and that right there, what she said, is living in the world, aka reality. Kind of like the reality that's going to hit when the tippy tops, as she said, top 1%ers have to pay her 70, or she wants them to pay 70% marginalized or marginal tax rate. Here's the thing: that's still not enough money to cover what she's talking about, the old $93 trillion. It's been estimated that this thing will what she's proposing will cost every American family $600 something thousand over 10 years. That's the thing. There aren't enough people, or there aren't enough tippy tops, as she likes to call them, 1%ers, to pay for what she's saying. So, like in other countries, when in other countries, I think it's $40,000 to $60,000 or something like that, they get Denmark, or one of those places, one of those Nordic countries, people are paying 50 to 60% taxes. From what I understand. See, the average person that's making that much money, they're not trying to spend that much. They're not trying to have that much of their income leaving. They're not going to do it. They're living in the world, quote unquote. They are just living in the world. That's called reality. That's called when the rubber hits the road. A lot of these things that she's proposing is when the rubber hits the road. When the rubber hits the road, they're not going to really make any sense. You can ask your parents, say, hey, I want the newest iPhone every single time it comes out. Even if, let's just say an iPhone come out every 6 months, I want one every 6 months. When the rubber hits the road, your parents can say, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Till the rubber hits the road, they actually have to pay for it. Then we got a problem. So she's doing, what's funny is, what we're seeing is she's doing exactly what any dictator would do. You're supposed to live this way while they jump in their effing Rolls Royce and roll the hell out. She's living. They called her with what? The eating a hamburger or something like that. After she got done talking about cows and stuff on the Green New Deal. Here's the thing: they don't really care. Like we said before, or like I've said before, and like many others. They're using the earth as a way to put forth their socialist agenda. That's pure and simple what it is. When will minority communities, in the LGBT, in the black community, in the whatever community, women, whatever, when would you realize that these people are just using you to put forth their political ideology, socialism? They've got you completely divided up, kind of like what Bernie Sanders on there saying, that the president is dividing this country, the LGBT, the black, the white, blah, blah, blah. He said all that, all while intersectionality does exactly that. One side is actually saying, hey, I'm an American. I'm not an African American, as in that. I wasn't born in Africa. I'm not a Mexican American. Nope, I'm an American. One side is saying that. One side is saying my lived experience. I'm black. I'm black first. I'm white first. Or you're white first. You're black. Whatever. You're a woman. Women. That's what they'll say. All while saying that they're trying to pull people together. That's not pulling people together. That's letting everyone know what your differences are. Your immutable characteristics. That's stuff that you can't turn off. Well, of course we know that you're whatever, that you're a woman, that you're black, whatever. We know that. We know that. I know I'm black. I know it every morning. I look in that mirror, and sometimes I'll do stuff like driving, how I can see my hand on the steering wheel. Guess what? Black. Damn, now I need the Democrat Party to keep telling me about that. So I find it kind of funny. Like I said, I'm going to close this out because I don't like it to go too long. Like I said, once again, this is them. Now they've already made everyone a victim, because that's the only way to put forth their ideology. That's the only way that someone will actually go with their ideology, is that if they feel like a victim, and that these are the only saviors. So she now they victimize the earth too. They victimize the earth too. Now the earth is a victim, and that needs saving by, if only we can just put forth this socialism and communism, then that'll save the earth. If only we could put forth socialism, then we could save you, black man, save you, black woman, save you, women. We can save all of you. All we got to do is just put forth our socialism. That'll save you. Anyway, comment, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Oh God, I really hate coming back and adding things, but it was something I just thought about. We remember when everyone got on the corporate guys whenever it came time for the bailout during the Bush era, and they all showed up in limousines. Yeah, they said we needed, the CEO showed up and said, we need a bailout. They all showed up in limousines. And that's pretty much what Ocasio-Cortez is doing. Because here's the thing, I'm thinking to myself, this is the way the conversation should go. See, now wait a minute, now you said that, what you said was the earth is going to be gone in 10 to 12 years. 10 to 12 years, and you're here you are, you're pulling up in SUVs with that are getting maybe 10, 15 miles a gallon. So, but then your excuse is you're just living in the world. So you're just living in the world, driving these SUVs on a planet that's going to be gone in 10 to 12 years. And we got on the CEOs, which it was right. We should have got on the CEOs, because they're showing up talking about they need money in limousines. but then when Ocasio-Cortez shows up, and she's going around in SUVs and taking flights and stuff, and all this stuff that she said that's killing the planet. Now we supposed to just sit back and not call her out on that? Come on now. Anyway, once again, comment, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.